Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome to the Pipe Report. So, Senator Chuck Schumer has disrupted the Senate Judiciary Committee from questioning Obama about his alleged illicit activity regarding the unmasking of not only Trump and his associates, but of millions of American people. Now, for those who don't remember, Obama has done this before. He has done this because we know that Edward Snowden came out and released all the material that proved Obama knew, and his DNI, Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, knew what they were doing was illegal and violated the Constitution. So it's not a far stretch to imagine that Barack Obama has once again used his political position to illegally monitor those in the Trump campaign and those Americans overall. But Chuck Schumer was afraid of this. Chuck Schumer was afraid of what the Senate Judiciary Committee was going to ask Obama. So he incorporated a Senate rule from a while back to use it to reschedule the interview. Here's the article. A national security briefing for Senate Judiciary Committee members was scheduled Wednesday after a top Democrat invoked a procedural rule to delay the closed-door meeting. Committee members had expected to use the briefing to press for further details about the Obama White House's steps to unmask of members of the Trump campaign and transition officials. Lawmakers on the committee said Tuesday they intended to use the briefing to press for more information on the process by which intelligence agencies identified Americans whose communications were picked up as part of monitoring of foreigners outside the U.S. The delay earned rebuke from Senator Charles Grassley, the head of the committee that had expected to be brief. Which makes sense. I think most people are upset over this. People want to know the truth. People are fed up with this type of behavior. They're fed up with government collusion and what the government does, government corruption, how they hide stuff from the American people. Well, the government is supposed to be made up by the people, for the people. But it doesn't seem like that. It seems like there is a clear differential between your average person and the government. The government view themselves at a higher level. They perceive themselves as better than other people. It's no longer we are all one kind of class. We are distinguished now into separate classes, the powerful and the weak. And they act like they are the powerful. That's why it's important to revert back to our founding principles, because our founding fathers understood this. They understood that corruption comes with power. That's why they gave states the ability to do congressional states, or not congressional states. Wow, I can't think of the word. Convention. They allow the states to do a convention of states, which allows those states to amend the Constitution, to add to the Constitution, to modify the Constitution, all this stuff. Because they knew power in those in the wrong hands will corrupt them. I think we're seeing that more and more now because more and more states are joining the Convention of States. But we have to stop this notion, this dynamic that the government is not made up of the people. The government are untouchables. People that have higher power than us that can dictate our lives better than we think we can. That is the most, illogical fallacy out there. It's just unbelievable. It's what Grassley said. The Judiciary Committee was set to hear from senior intelligence officials about highly sensitive intelligence gathering authorities that will soon require action from Congress. It's disturbing and reckless for the minority leader to block the briefing. We've seen too many recent reminders of how unsafe the world is today. This is no time to play politics with our national security. Well, Senator Grassley, when it comes to Democrats in Congress, it is always time to play politics. They play politics all the time. Look at Kamala Harris. Look at Maxine Waters. Those two are the best examples that I can give about how they're in it for political means and not for the will of the people. The delay occurred after Mr. Grassley said Minority Leader Chuck Schumer invoked the 2-hour rule against holding committee meetings beyond the first 2 hours of the Senate's day. It was unclear when the briefing might be rescheduled. Former National Security Advisor Susan Rice, who is probably the biggest one involved in this crime here, we know she unmasked Flynn. We know she unmasked a lot of Trump associates just to, what she says is part of her job. But yet, she hired a lawyer, and she doesn't want to testify. She tried to negate her stance, or tried to negate the possibility of her testifying. She is a criminal. But anyways, and other top officials from the Obama White House have come under suspicion that they inappropriately asked to unmask American citizens caught up in U.S. intelligence intercepts of foreign figures under surveillance in the Russian probe, apparently trying to find out whether Mr. Trump and his top aides were caught up in the investigation. Yes, and look what happened now. We have news videos, undercover news, camera videos, Project Veritas, James O'Keefe, showing members of CNN, including Van Jones and one of the CNN's producers, admitting that the Russia story is bullshit. That they are only providing the American people that non-stop inundation of the Russia story because they want their ratings to go up and because they want to sincerely delegitimize and attack Donald Trump. That is their only goal. It has nothing to do for the people. They're not trying to really find out the truth. They want to hurt Trump by spreading a fake story, which is being exposed as false almost every day now. More and more, we see more evidence. We see more people admitting that the Trump-Russia collusion is nothing but a hoax, a fabrication, a way to delegitimize the president so they can maybe and hopefully win back the Congress in 2018 and take the presidency in 2020. I don't think it'll work, though. People are catching on. And I'm done.